students, our today's topic is A Question of Trust, written by Victor Canning. Now, I will tell you the detailed summary of this chapter. First point, Horace Denby's place in society or social circle. Horace Denby is the leading character of the story. Horace Denby had a good reputation in the society. He was about 50 years old and unmarried. He made locks and had 2 helpers. He was satisfied and happy. But he had attacks of hay fever. Hay fever means fever due to seasonal allergic reaction. Horace was not completely honest. He had served his first and only sentence in a prison library. Here sentence means punishment. He had a passion for books. He loved rare and expensive books. Second point, Denby as an unusual, strange, or you can say an extraordinary thief. Horace Denby robbed a safe every year. He stole enough to last for 12 months. He secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. So he was now out on committing a robbery. He wants to steal something now. Third point, planning before a theft. For 2 weeks, Horace had studied the house of Shotover Grange. He had to burgle this house. Burgle means committing robbery or stealing something. It had 15,000 pounds worth of jewelry in the garage safe. He intended to buy 3 interesting books coming up for the sale in the autumn. So Horace had seen where the housekeeper hung the key. He had also studied everything of the house. These were the rooms, electric wiring, paths, garden before the theft. So he had studied everything just before the theft. Fourth point, Denby inside the house for stealing. So Horace Denby entered the house. A small dog lay in the kitchen and the name of the dog is Sherry, Sherry, Sherry. He silenced it by calling it by name. The safe was in the drawing room. There was a great ball of flowers on the table. He felt his nose tickle. He started sneezing. The safe was not hard to open. He went into the hall to cut the wire of the alarm bell. Fifth point, Horace Denby meets a young and pretty lady. Then he heard a voice. He heard a sudden voice. The voice told him that he could cure his sneezing. It was the voice of a woman. She stood in the doorway. She was young and pretty. She was dressed in the red. She said that she had come back in time, but she had not expected to meet a burglar. Burglar here means thief. So my dear students, who is this lady? Is she the owner of the house? Yes or no? Let's move forward to the next point. Sixth point, Horace pleads her, requests her to let him go. The young lady very confidently asked Horace what he was doing. His first thought was to run. The lady told him that she would telephone the police. She would tell them about him. Whereas Horace Denby told her to let him go and forget she ever saw him. But the lady laughed and he was continuously begging her. Horace Denby was begging. He promised her that he will never commit a robbery. Seventh point, lady's condition for Horace's freedom. The lady had by now convinced him that she was the landlady. She put one condition for letting Horace go. She made up a false story and cleverly told Horace Denby that she, means the lady here, young lady, had promised her husband to take her jewels to their bank. She had, however, left them in the safe. She told him she wanted to wear the jewels in a party that night. She came down to get them, but she had forgotten the numbers to open the safe. Horace assured her that he would open the safe for her. So he opened the safe within an hour and gave the jewels to her. Next point, eighth point, Horace Denby arrested. On the third day, Horace thought of the books which he wanted. He would have to look for another safe, but he never got a chance to rob another safe. By noon, a policeman had arrested him for the jewel robbery at Shotover Grange. Ninth point, final point. The real thing is out. This is the climax or ending of the story. Denby's fingerprints were all over the room. He had opened the safe without gloves. He told the police that the landlady of the house had asked him to open the safe, but the landlady herself was a grey-haired woman of 60 years. She said the story of Denby was nonsense. So Denby Horace realizes that the young lady was a jewel thief and had tricked or befooled him into opening the safe. Horace is now the assistant librarian in the prison. Thank you. Have a nice day.